All right, so here we go with the match. Um, I luckily went first, of course, activating Lord of the Heavenly, of course. 2 cards down. Necro Valley is on the field, so we're looking good right now. Here we go, right off the bat. Here comes the Snake Eyes. Now we activate Shared Ride because he's sending something from the deck to his hand. Well, me too. That was a terrible draw, but still. Now, 2 cards flip face down, and Exchange of the Spirit is now in the graveyard, just like that. And since he drew a card, put a card from the deck to the hand, I get a card. Now I can activate Lord. Feather Duster's coming out because he drew the field spell. I want to take it out. He's got a card. Look, he's chosen Nibiru. Obviously, he's going to be special summoning. Going into Rocket Recharger. Striker Dragon. Okay. So right off the rip, he mixed 2 things together, but that's not what's the most important thing here. He's stuck. That's what's important. How is he stuck? If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Boot Sector launch from your deck to your hand. Cool. You can target, so I'll get a card from that. You can target 1 face-up monster you control and 1 rocket monster in your graveyard. Destroy that monster on the field, and if you do, add the other monster from your graveyard to your hand. Well, here's the problem with this. You can't remove anything from the graveyard. Not with this here. Negate any card effect that will move a card in your graveyard to a different place. Meaning, as lovely as it would be for him to be able to destroy himself, because the destruction has to happen first, for him to destroy himself and then get the card, as lovely as it will be for me to draw another card from Shared Ride's effect, from him removing something from the graveyard, Necro Valley is going to negate the effect in general. Watch. So this is Boot Sector Launch. He's activating the effect to destroy. He can't. So he gets rid of the field spell, brings out another card, and now he's just sitting there. Feather Duster. Now, I actually made a misplay here. What I should have done, because this has to be activated at the start of the main phase. Neither player can activate cards and effects in the graveyard, or to activate one of these. This has to be at the start of the main phase. But I activated Feather Duster first. So keep in mind, if you want to be able to use this, you have to use this first at the start of the main phase. But anyway, we see that his trap is Branded Beast. Two field spells gone, just like that. And of course, we take out the tuner because, Barone be damned. Here we go. Bysteel. Now, he just put that Bysteel in his hand, but it can't use its effect. Even though I have a monster on the field, that monster can't use its quick effect to summon itself by banishing a light or dark monster from the graveyard. Why? Because Necro Valley's here. Here we go. Nightmare Phoenix. Now, if we know anything about Nightmare Phoenix, people only run 1 copy of that. Goodbye. Solemn Judgment took care of him. Poplar can't do anything. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon this card. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add. No, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 fire monster in your graveyard, place it face up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. You can only use each effective Poplar once per turn. Well, guess what? You ain't going nowhere because nothing can leave the graveyard. It's just silly at this point. He brings him out. Now, he used that to be able to go into Magnum Hut, and then bring out Lubellion. This card has a summoning condition, which means that something like Necro Valley preventing cards from leaving the graveyard don't apply to this. Which it should, but when some cards have requirements to where the only way they could special summon themselves or normal summon themselves, those are mechanics that the game just won't stop or can't stop or whatever. Even though Necro Valley says negate any effect that will move a card in the graveyard to a different place. But this is a summoning requirement, not necessarily an effect, because it's tributing a monster or whatever. So, you know, be that as it may, uh, you know, it is what it is. But this is one of the few cards that can actually get out of Necro Valley. Now he's activating his effect. Going into Dragoonity Knight. Going for Dragon Ravine. Now, let's take a look at something. First of all, nothing's getting banished, so this card is useless right now. Secondly, even if something does get special summoned or normal summoned, you can't special summon anything from the graveyard. Nothing's coming out of the graveyard except something with special conditions like this. And then again, that's its own effect. So this is a useless card right now. And he dipped out.